Time to vote how you can get a free ride to the polls to cast your Super Tuesday ballot. Plus, taking his job seriously, how one dog is making a difference in Glendale. Hello, everyone. You're watching The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. March 5th is Super Tuesday when more than a dozen states, including California, head to the polls. Here in California, we will also choose a new senator. Steve Garvey, Adam Schiff, Katie Porter, and Barbara Lee are all vying for the seat held by the late Dianne Feinstein. The two with the most votes will advance to the November general election, regardless of party. In the presidential race, former President Trump is edging closer to a rematch with President Biden.
You want to save America? Then go vote. Remember, the primary is Tuesday.
As long as we are competitive, as long as we are showing that there is a place for us, I'm going to continue to fight.
Over the weekend, Nikki Haley defeated Trump in the Republican primary in D.C., but Trump has won all the other primaries up to this point. The Supreme Court ruled Colorado cannot kick former President Donald Trump off the primary ballot. Voters in Colorado will also head to the polls Tuesday. Trump's name will remain on the ballot after a hold was placed on an earlier ruling from the Colorado Supreme Court. That body deemed him ineligible for election due to his efforts to defy the 2020 election results. On Election Day, Metro will offer free bus, train, and bike rides for voters. The rides will continue until midnight, even after the polls close, to help voters get home. There will be ballot drop-off boxes at 9 Metro bus and train stations as well. You've got until 8 p.m. Tuesday to vote in person or get your ballot in. To find a polling place near you, go to NBCLA.com or check out our NBCLA mobile app. There's new guidance out from the CDC for people who test positive for COVID-19. You no longer need to isolate for 5 days. The CDC's new guidance now matches public health advice for flu and other respiratory illnesses. Stay home when you're sick, but return to school or work when you're feeling better. The shift in guidance comes as COVID hospitalizations and deaths continue to fall. Back in January, the state of California ended their COVID isolation rule. To Northern California, people living in the Sierra are digging out from a rare blizzard. Cars on Highway 50 were stuck for hours because of spinouts and dangerous conditions. Meanwhile, Interstate 80, the other major freeway to the Sierra, remains shut down all the way to the Nevada state line. Look at this. Wow, the winter storm dumped 5 to 7 feet of snow in parts of the mountains, and another 6 to 8 inches of snow is expected this week. But check out this cutie pie. One woman who lives in Truckee shared this video of a walk with her husky who didn't seem to mind all of that snow at all. Having a good time and a good walk. More areas of Yosemite National Park are expected to reopen. The park got more than 2 feet of snow from this latest storm. However, the main reason for the park's weekend closure was the wind, with visibility down to about 100 feet. Park officials urged anyone visiting to be prepared for winter camping, meaning bring a shovel. Well, it is dry for now, but another storm is heading our way, so let's check in with meteorologist Belen De Leon.
Hi everyone, here's what you can expect in our forecast. Through Tuesday, we'll have dry conditions with high clouds and temperatures will be slightly warmer. We'll be in the upper 60s on Tuesday, but then a dip in temperatures Wednesday and Thursday as another weak storm system moves through, bringing us a chance for rain and mountain snow. So let's jump ahead to Wednesday and Thursday when our next storm moves through. It's going to be a fast moving system. As of now, rainfall accumulations are going to be between 1/4 of an inch to 3/4 of an inch. The mountains and foothills could see a little more. The snow level 5,000 to 6,000 feet, so we're not expecting any impacts to the grapevine or mountain passes, but above 6,500 feet we could see accumulations from 3 to 7 inches.
3 women are dead and a driver is in custody after a crash in Pomona over the weekend. A memorial now sits at the intersection where 2 vehicles collided as the women were heading home from a baby shower. And we want to warn you, we're about to show you some of that crash caught on video. Now, you can actually see the SUV T-boned the car right there in the middle of the intersection. A woman told us her younger sister, Yesenia Ochoa, died along with Ochoa's sister-in-law, Alejandra Elias. A third woman, identified as Lorena Morales on a memorial, was also killed.
She was a loving mother, and I feel like her time was way too short.
She was the best sister and the best person in our family.
2 others riding with them were sent to the hospital. Police say the driver of the SUV was not injured and was arrested for DUI. A man has been arrested after trying to steal a self-driving Waymo car in downtown LA. Well, this happened Saturday night right after the Waymo dropped off a passenger on Main Street. Police say 33-year-old Vincent Jones got into the driver's seat and tried to put the car into drive, but the car wouldn't respond. A Waymo rep then used the in-car communication system and warned Jones to get out, but he did not. Officers showed up and arrested Jones. Another major union is threatening to shut down Hollywood productions if they don't get what they want in their negotiations with the studios. Well, talks are set to begin between the Teamsters and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. Teamsters representatives say their goal is to negotiate the strongest contract possible for their members and close the gap between executive pay and what the studio's workers take home. Teamsters union members serve in a variety of roles on movie and TV productions, including drivers, animal handlers, wranglers, dispatchers, and location scouts. The Alabama legislature passed new protections for in vitro fertilization. This following nationwide backlash over a state Supreme Court ruling that jeopardized the widely used treatments. NBC's Alice Barr sits down with a fertility doctor for a closer look at the clash between science and politics and the concerns for patients in other states who worry their efforts to have a baby could be derailed.
We just have a goal of having a baby.
In Alabama Wednesday, patients and providers protesting outside the State House on behalf of families desperate to continue their fertility treatments in quest of a baby.
You do everything that you can, because what other choice do you have?
After 3 years struggling to conceive, Hannah Miles is now weeks away from an embryo transfer and terrified the process could be interrupted by Alabama's Supreme Court ruling that frozen embryos created through in vitro fertilization are considered children and people can be sued for destroying them.
There's a bit of a disconnect between the science and actual language that's being used.
Dr. Timothy Hickman, a leading fertility specialist in Houston, says as clinics in Alabama pause IVF treatments, patients are reaching out to his practice, hoping to transfer their embryos. While at the same time, Dr. Hickman's patients are fearful of future changes Texas could enact.
If a court makes the decision or a politician makes the decision, what are they maybe not seeing the effects of when you look at it clinically?
Naturally, we don't see 100% success with when an egg is fertilized, does that end up to become alive? It just doesn't happen that way. So with that being the case, it's really hard to consider a fertilized egg as life.
IVF routinely results in unused embryos, including those with genetic abnormalities that are discarded before implantation, exposing providers to new legal jeopardy. Alabama state lawmakers quickly passing legislation to protect IVF as the controversy supercharges the already hot-button issue of reproductive rights nationwide. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Check your freezers. Trader Joe's is recalling one of its products that's been touted on TikTok. It's the steamed chicken soup dumplings. Trader Joe's says the dumplings could contain plastic from a permanent marker. The recall impacts 61,000 pounds of the dumplings. The dumplings have a best buy date of March 7th, 2025, and customers can return the dumplings to Trader Joe's to receive a full refund. General Motors is expanding its North American recall for potentially faulty tailgates in trucks. GM now says more than 570,000 vehicles may be affected. The recall was announced earlier this month and initially spread to 323,000 trucks. Affected models include 2020 through 2024 Chevy Silverados and GMC Sierras. The vehicles may experience tailgates that inadvertently unlatch. GM has not received any reports of major injuries or damage. Some dogs have it easy eating, playing, and resting at home, but for others like Cooper, the dispatch dog, he takes his profession seriously.
911, what's your emergency? Oh, okay, so your mom was 3 minutes late to feed you, she didn't give you belly rubs, and she cut your treats in half? That's unacceptable.
Oh, my heart is melting. So cute. Cooper works with the Glendale Fire Department, and it's getting set to celebrate its first ever Wellness K9 as he completes the end of his first year on the job. He's been working hard. Firefighters say Cooper has helped the crews reduce stress, anxiety, and also lessen the trauma they experience. On his Instagram page, Cooper said he's learned a lot, is being well taken care of, and added that he's also made a ton of friends. I bet. Great job, Cooper. It was a star-studded event for the youngest son of one of the world's richest men, as industrialist Mukesh Ambani and his wife prepare to celebrate a wedding in India this summer. They rolled out the red carpet for guests at a massive pre-party. I didn't get my invitation, but it looked like a lot of fun. You have folks like Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Ivanka Trump were among several high-profile guests who flew to the country for the 3-day event over the weekend. Pop star Rihanna performed, and she was reportedly paid $6 million. The total bill for the pre-wedding party is estimated to top $150 million. Wow. Well, spring is right around the corner. Oh, check this out. The famous flower fields at Carlsbad Ranch is now ready to welcome visitors. I've been here before. It's so beautiful. The popular attraction near Carlsbad Premium Outlets opened Friday. These vibrant flowers cover 55 acres, and visitors can also sign up for yoga, tea in the garden, and meditation workshops. The flower fields will be open through early May. Get out there, check it out, and do it for the gram. For the third year in a row, a California city is the happiest city in America. It's Fremont in the Bay Area. According to Wallet Hub, the city ranks well in income, employment, low divorce rate, and community. 2 other Bay Area cities made the top 10, San Jose and San Francisco. And Irvine ranked 5th on the list. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4 weekdays from 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.